like, because it would basically change colors in whatever lighting you're in. Like, if you're inside, you don't really notice it, but then you go outside and it'd like be reflecting the sun, and it'd be like, why is this 17-year-old kid have fucking Bill Clinton hair?
Baby Billy hair.
Yeah, baby Billy hair.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I'm Bill Squire. We got Pants over there.
I'm not a cop.
And Tommy is fucking the abominable snowman and pegging Cornelius, the guy that's always trying to get the silver and gold over there in Iceland. So this week we got Annie.
Hi.
You haven't been on in a long time.
It's been a very long time.
It's been almost a year, I think. Like, it's something. Were you here for Christmas?
I was here right after Christmas. I was here in January.
Okay, that's right. January. Yeah, January's the last time. Well, welcome back.
Glad to be back.
Pants, you guys don't know each other at all. This is like a get to know you show between the two of you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm excited about that.
This will be exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you all right? Did you just wake up?
I am just washing off the weekend today.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we had our buddy was in town. He was on last week's episode, Kyle. And we like, you know, the nights when we were doing comedy, it wasn't too bad. But Thursday or Sunday and Monday, we got after it a bit.
It was
especially Monday.
Yeah. No, I put some miles on the liver, and then I regret nothing. It was fun.
No, so fun.
Yeah, it's just the recovery takes a day or two for me these days.
Yeah.
But no, we had a blast the whole weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. What'd you get into this weekend? Anything crazy?
This weekend, I went to Fatheads.
Oh, nice.
Sunday, I went to Fatheads. Had to work Saturday.
I'm going to get this a little closer to you.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I just want to make sure people can hear you. Yeah, you guys go to Fatheads. That's like your guys' spot.
Love that place.
Yeah. Hey, Fatheads, sponsor us.
Love me conditionally some fatheads if there's some money coming back.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump right into some things. It's by the time this episode's gonna air, it's gonna be about the time kids are going back to school. And
Wow.
yeah, right.
Fuck.
Too soon.
I know it's gonna be going. They're gonna be going back to school real
Bummer.
soon.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bummer for them. We don't gotta go back to school. We just have
It's
to work
just
every day of our lives.
But it's like
It's a good and bad for me.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like the when the end of when the end credits of SNL roll and you hear the music. It's just that's summer for you.
Right. Yeah, I mean you're a mom and this is your daughter's going into kindergarten.
Yeah, full time.
Full time. All day. Like they do full day kindergarten now.
Oh, all day, including Friday. My daughter will tell you she's going to skip school on Friday, but she in fact will not. She will definitely be going on Fridays.
Already in kindergarten, she's already just deciding.
Yeah.
She's taking some paid PTO.
Her daughter is such a character where like she's just like, I made up my mind on this and this is just how things are gonna be. And then she'll like give you reasons and be like, no, this is what it is. And she's very pragmatic for being 6 years old. Like or almost 6 years old.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's just very like
Especially like her cast.
Yeah. The cast, so she broke her arm earlier this summer because Annie hit her.
Yeah. Well, the
Trampoline.
No,
It's a
these
trampoline
kids don't want to
accident.
work anymore. You know?
So no, she had a trampoline accident and she broke her arm, and just the way like she like when she first got the cast, she was like, "Oh, this is kind of neat."
Yeah.
And she's like, "People can sign it," but then by the time I saw her, she was so over the cast, and I was like, "Hey, can I sign your cast?" And she's just like,
Well, I said he's actually like famous, and she goes,
"Oh yeah, that's right." So I go, "Can I sign your cast?" And she's like, "No." And then yeah, you said,
I said he's really famous. He is a famous guy. You can actually see him on YouTube if you were to look him up.
and she's like, "No, he's not." No, he's not.
I mean,
But YouTube is not the best litmus test. But it's for kids. That's everything.
do you really want to be in that demographic? Do you really want to be big in
No, but
the 4 to 7?
I want her to believe her mom is what I want. I want her to listen to her mom. That's
you really
all
thought
I
you were
want.
Barney for a minute
Yeah.
there. Yeah. You thought they had reach.
Fucking-
What's Barney is such a 2000 thing. Like, what's the
Blippi.
big
You know,
thing?
it's kind of coming back around.
Yeah, that
She'll
makes
actually
sense.
watch it from time to time. I'm like, what are you watching? And usually I want to be like, no, that's stupid. And actually it was Barney, and I was like, it's fine. Go ahead and watch Barney.
That's crazy.
Okay, here's a question. How old, at what age do people stop getting their casts signed? Or do people even do that anymore?
I think people do it no matter what.
Yeah.
I just feel like because I've.
Well, I mean,
Knock
we
on wood,
have
I've
a
never
friend that
broken
also had a
anything.
cast lately, but did everybody sign hers?
Ooh,
Uh,
why am I drawing a blank?
the fundraiser lady.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some age, it's just not cool anymore to get you're not going to be 36 walking around.
With a marker going,
Yeah, like,
can you sign my cast? Yeah.
Honestly, not that I want to knock on wood. Not that I want to get my
Uh-huh.
anything broken. But hear me out. If you're an adult and you do break something, what if you were to people were to tattoo? They're literally put
There you go.
it looks like a tattoo, and whether or not it's a sleeve or a leg, you literally have people
Yeah, have someone actually do
Swabs.
art on
Yeah.
it.
Speaking of being famous, which I'm not, I would sell sponsorship space on mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, think about if you're an athlete and you lose a season, you break something. Why would you not be selling corporate sponsorship
Yeah.
for that?
I
But
know, that's-
I remember as a kid, knock on wood, I've never broken anything that I know of that I needed to cast. So it's I kind of, and I never had braces either. So I'm I missed out on getting signed. Everyone signs your cast.
I had
No one signs when you have braces.
Yeah.
You just
They don't
look
sign
a
your
nerd.
braces.
No,
Say your
no.
braces.
You just have to figure out to do things differently.
Move your lips back.
I was like, oh, I can just chew gum whenever I want.
No.
Sucks.
Yeah, braces. I never had braces either. I broke my left arm twice in the same year. I broke it right before kindergarten started, and then I broke it later that year, right on Christmas Eve.
That's
Aaron, Christmas is a holiday where we celebrate the birth of that guy,
Oh, okay.
that one Jew.
Yeah, the guy we killed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was gonna let you say it. But yeah, so I had to spend the night.
Sorry, not sorry.
I had to spend the night in the hospital, and that was terrifying as a
Oh,
6-year-old.
on Christmas?
Yeah, on Christmas because there was no
that's a
doctors
bummer.
ready that were gonna come in on call at that time. And I was telling Ryan, her daughter, that story, and she's like, "Well, no, that's not true." I'm like, "No, the doctors didn't work all the time back then," and it made me sound so fucking old.
That does sound like some Civil War pioneer.
Right? It's like, and then in the morning at dawn, a doctor showed up and they set my bone. They gave me a nip of whiskey and they casted me up.
They removed the leeches and the bloodletting ceased. But
They
yeah,
said-
that is weird though.
They said if it had been a few more minutes, they'd have to take the arm.
Oh, that's hard to. I feel like as a kid, because your bones aren't hard as they are when you're an adult.
Yeah.
It's harder to break your bones like that way.
Yeah, but you fall so hard as a kid.
Yeah,
Because the first time I broke my arm, I just fell getting out of a kiddie pool onto a wood deck.
Oh,
And that
God.
snapped in two places.
Man.
And then it didn't heal all the way, obviously, and it broke in the same two spots on Christmas Eve, and that was rough. But that was me going into I showed up for the first day of kindergarten with a cast on. I think
That seems kind of cool though, or maybe it was.
I was about to say that's
I mean, it was. It's also when I went into kindergarten, I started everybody called me Billy, but when I went into kindergarten, I was like, well, it's William now. I'm gonna go by William because this is school. This is serious. This is important.
it's time. The fucking round time's over.
Yeah,
with,
it's
guys.
it's time to put childish things aside.
I've had bones reset. I've
Yeah.
seen some things.
Yeah, I've been through it.
I've studied abroad.
Mhm.
That was all during the 1900s, as the kids.
Yeah. So it's
Oh.
in the late 1900s.
God.
God, what? I guess it was 1988 was when I started school.
Yeah, I
Or
started
maybe
in
87, probably 87.
85, I think, was
Yeah.
when I did kindergarten, and they only did half days. And
Yeah.
back when I went to kindergarten, you only got a.
Were you
half
afternoons
day.
or mornings?
Mornings?
Morning?
No, afternoons.
Afternoons. Yeah.
Because I was so. I don't think I was on the spectrum, but I was so OCD about being at the bus stop at a certain time, but I didn't know how to tell time. I knew as soon as the credits for Sesame Street started rolling, and if I wasn't out the door, I threw like the wildest fits.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
like you know in Rain Man
Yeah.
when the water's hot.
Yeah.
Like I would flip the fuck out.
Yeah. Were you afternoon or were you full day or?
So I went where I was full day. I actually
Okay.
started going to preschool, and then it's one of those that just transitions to kindergarten, but you
Okay.
never move schools. You're just like consistently in the same thing.
class? Yeah.
But I also was part of like the latchkey kind of sort of kids, if
yeah,
you will.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did have my parents pick me up at that point in time because
Yeah.
obviously I wasn't able to watch myself. But so it didn't matter whether or not I was like 3 years old and I was laying on a cot
Yeah.
and then I was like drinking orange juice or
Mhm.
whatever. When I got into kindergarten, then I also went to like, after school care. So
Okay.
it was too long.
Yeah. That's brutal. I was afternoon class because it was based on last names. That's all it was.
Mhm.
So it was like A through like M was morning, and and on was afternoons, and so I was pretty excited about school, and then like so not excited. But I always liked the first day of school because I was, you always had your fresh clothes, and I remember some outfits that I had. I remember one year I had this kind of like purple and blue it was kind of hyper colors, but it was like the year after that, it was like what hyper colors progressed into.
Mhm.
And my hair had like a little bit of blonde in it from being out in the sun all summer, and I had like a fresh pair of frames because I had glasses back then, and
You're
I was
styling.
feeling so good going to school. I was just
Styling
like,
and profiling.
this is nice.
There
This
was,
is-
I mean, to be a grade school kid in the era of hypercolor, I don't know if there was a better, and Ocean Pacific gear and jams. I don't know if it gets better than that, to be honest with you.
which I'm surprised hypercolor hasn't made a comeback in a certain way yet. Like
You would think so,
But it's also like-
kind of time.
I remember like wearing hypercolor, or like the kids that wore hypercolors that would get sweaty in it, or like get like the pits and the tits, like. And this is like, I remember there's one chubby kid, he'd wear a hypercolor shirt like every week,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd get these pit stains in it that they weren't even sweat, they were just heat.
Oh.
It was just heat stains that
So
would
he just like he had like a blue shirt and then there's this pink. Or
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Under there. The kids are so brutal, man. Because I was like a husky kid, and then I had like little boy man titties.
Yeah.
And if I wore anything besides a dark colored shirt, it'd just be like, "Whoa, why don't you wear a bra,
Right.
Seacrest?" You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, kids are brutal.
They
But-
are mean.
They are mean. Were they mean to you when you got your boobs, or were they just
I
doing?
was cool.
You were cool because you show them your boobs.
I was about to say,
No,
yeah, no, it's-
it was not. I did not.
no,
show
actually,
them my
boys are the
boobs.
fucking worst because getting boobs as a girl in like middle school or whenever,
Yeah.
it's like so you're instantly the most popular girl, but then also boys are so fucking shitty. They're just like, "Dude, what's wrong with you? Check out Tits McGee."
And that's honestly what happened. But see, halfway through my 6th grade year,
Mhm.
which is when I really started to develop my boobs, my dad was not so cool when he moved us down to Knox County, Ohio,
From where?
from Cleveland, from here.
Oh, so it's like Knox County, like Cincinnati.
Nope, it's like between here and Columbus.
Oh, like corn country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what happened then?
I was the new kid, but I've always
But you
been
had
shy.
boobs.
Yeah.
So I was instantly the cool kid, and I was like, I don't know what to do with being a cool kid because I'm not a cool kid. I just
Okay,
wanna...
just because they're like, it's the opposite. Like usually if you move to like a city school, new kid, outcast. New kid from the city to the corn area, they're like, well, she's got tits, and she's been to the city. We could probably see those
we can,
tits.
let's okay. We can work with this. No, like new kids.
No, I remember being in like 6th grade, or I think we were probably 7th grade, and me and my friend Brandon were playing basketball, and these girls that were like a grade behind us came, and were just kind of like flirting with us a little bit, and the girl had like huge tits at the time, and so our go-to was, you stuff. You stuff your bra.
Oh yeah,
you
dude.
stuff your bra.
Yes,
And she's
yeah,
like, no,
that was
I
so
don't. I'm like,
bad.
yeah, you do. Everybody knows it. We've heard about you. You're Desiree. You stuff your bra. And she's like, oh yeah. And she fucking plopped him out, just totally dumped him out, and we were like, "This is the best day ever."
I was about to say, did that work the way you thought it was going to work?
I mean, it was our go-to move. It had never worked until then.
Because I never thought of it. I'm going to pretend like I never said that to a girl, but it's like, boys.
Yeah.
I didn't think for a minute when we said that to girls, it was just like, ew, girls. And you're just like, you're fucking making fun of them. Or whatever. But I never thought for a second it would work that way.
Yeah. We may have been the first people to get it to work.
Dude, I've never, dude. Somehow, I don't want to say congrats because it's creepy. But,
I mean, we were.
It's fair. Yeah, you're kids.
It's a memory. Yeah, transfer like now, not a good thing, but like it's kids being kids. Yeah,
Bill's like, I go to Discovery Zone all the time, and none of them do it now.
Where you get this?
Can you imagine walking down? 40-year-old man just walking down the street saying that. That's not even funny.
It's not.
It's terrible.
Like, that's really creepy.
That will land you in jail.
I was gonna say you might get arrested for it.
You should get arrested.
You should
for
get
that.
arrested for it. Absolutely. We should get a warning just for this.
You should really get
right now.
your head blown off if you go to a child as a man and say that.
Yeah.
Like, nevertheless,
that's not where I wanted this to go. The point was,
it got dark quick.
I first day of school was always good because you had that fresh fit, and so like I remember, like that's where I was going, and I wanted to just kind of go down memory lane.
How did you circle that one back around?
Because I'm good at my job.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
God bless.
But what would let's pick a year.
Yes.
And we'll pick out what our ideal outfit would be for that year. Everybody can do a different year because we'll
can
pick an
remember.
age.
That's a good idea.
Like you couldn't when you like a fit that you couldn't tell me shit in like when I really
but like you never had that fit, but you always wanted that fit.
Oh, good one.
Yeah. So like what age and
see like
because I feel like it was most important in middle school.
Middle school is when kids really started giving a fuck about gear. Yeah.
Because like when you did it in high school, like it wasn't as important because
and in high school,
you had to act like, oh, I had these clothes all summer anyway.
Yeah, in high school I became like punk rock guy. I didn't care about fitting in and having cool clothes. Yeah. But I would say like 6th grade or 7th grade is when like Nike really started charging crazy money for Jordans and stuff. And I just was like a fat kid, so like nothing that looked cool on any kids I could wear. Yeah. So I was resigned to just wearing like the oversized Tasmanian Devil and Bugs Bunny shirt. Like the hip hop.
That's
like
the best.
I would wear that.
Dude, we had a bunch of those.
Yeah, dude. Like
That's
all the Warner
fantastic.
Brothers shit.
Yeah.
And I would wear, I know I'm kind of taking this in a different direction. I would wear the Zubaz Oakland Raiders colored zebra pants.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like the black.
So that's what
silver,
you
and
did
white.
wear.
Yeah, so I was kind of living the dream fit wise. Like, it was
you
kind of
already
undeniable.
lived,
I mean, I came with heat.
Yeah.
You know.
What
I also
shoes did you
looked
have?
like Roger Ebert because I had giant Sally Jesse Raphael glasses, and I was like super curly haired Jewish kid, and I was.
Oh my God, I can
was
see
husky.
it. I can see it, and it's awesome.
And I was like, I had that prepubescent kind of just chubby, like a Jonah Hill-ish essence before the boundary setting. So yeah, but like the only thing I ever really wanted that I never got was like the super expensive Air Jordans and stuff, or like the Reebok pumps.
Yeah.
But anything other than that, like I never like my mom always kind of like hooked it up clothes wise, and I just always felt uncomfortable to where like I was like I suppose like in grade school I was like, man, it would be fucking crazy to dress like Axl Rose, you know, but you're fucking 7 or 8.
That would have been fucking hard. Like you probably would have got made fun of a lot, but like if you show up to school wearing a fucking leather jacket and a bandana and ripped jeans, like you're gonna feel great.
And like Axl also had his own Converse super high tops. Remember?
Yes.
And it had Axl stitched on the tongue, and they were like super high, and they looked badass because he was wearing them.
Yeah.
But cool. Like little husky Jewish Aaron Seacrest
dressed like I want
headbangers ball in it to roll into elementary.
That's what I want you to do. 7th grade, you're dressed like Axl Rose, and that's all there is to it.
There it is.
That's so much better. I mean, the Zubaz pants and everything are hilarious, and they had their era, but you dressed as Axl Rose.
I'm sure if my mom hears this, she's gonna like find the pictures and send them to me immediately.
Yes, please.
So Marcy, when you listen to this, hook it up.
All right. What about you? 6th grade, 7th grade, around
Uh,
then? Or are you gonna go high school? Or?
Well, actually, no, I think like 7th, 8th grade.
Okay.
Mind you, I was like late 90s.
Yeah.
So like mud jeans.
Yeah. Oh, I love the mud jeans.
With 2 Ds,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
the
Jeans.
low rise
And they had
joints.
yes.
Yes.
With the hands on the ass, and
Yeah.
you had to wear them. And there was a certain way you wore them.
Yeah.
But then, of course, like if you were cool, you'd also wear like
A
a
thong.
thong.
The whale tail.
Whale tail.
But you
I
had
thought that was like the hottest look ever.
But you had to like be really discreet about it so you didn't get in trouble at school. But then you, of course, would like sit so like when you were like
I
at
knew
your
you guys
desk.
were doing that and shit on purpose. I knew it. Like,
Yeah, I had hormones.
I was like,
my
what?
hormones had
Like,
developed it by that point. I
'cause
was
every
kind
girl-
of aware of it.
every girl, like when you like notice it, they'd be like, "Oh, you're such a pervert." But I'm like, "I know you're doing it on purpose. I swear to God, I fucking know it."
Hey, let me ask you this now.
Yeah.
Would you want to see low-rise jeans come back?
It depends on what body you have. If you're still 20 something and don't have, kids or whatever, or, you didn't go through the phase where you could, if I could go back, would I go back and actually wear the low rise right now?
Yeah.
Mm,
No, I'm saying like, look, not throwing you a line.
No.
You look like you could get away with low-rise jeans if you wanted to right now.
Thank
Would you want to?
I feel like Tommy can fucking kill it in those low rise. I would feel insanely self-conscious. Would I wear them just to do it, to say I did it again? Probably, but then I would literally go right back to wearing my like high rise because I just feel comfortable in them.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know they don't appear to be the least bit comfortable, but like, because like mom jeans have been the thing for a while and high rise jeans have been the thing for a while. So like the thing that comes after the trend is the exact opposite thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Which, okay, if we're going to go back to the iconic where we were starting to like feel ourselves or whatnot,
Don't mind me spilling White Claw. all
it
over
would have
myself.
literally been probably sophomore year or like sophomore into junior year. And Old Navy had come out with ones where you literally just zip them up.
And they didn't even have a button.
They didn't even have
Oh
a
my
button.
God.
Yeah.
You literally just zip them up, and then there was like a cute little like.
Those were the
hoop.
Mariah Carey ones. That's exactly because she had those in that one music video.
My fat ass could never conceive of just
Zipping.
flying blind with no button,
right?
just trusting gravity to hold on for his.
Those when I was feeling myself. When
Oh, I
wore
bet.
those.
Yeah, that's
But we'd also wear like 3 shirts.
yeah.
And we wouldn't even like expose our like
midriff,
midriffs.
yeah.
It was like you would wear the 3, and then it was like, yeah, but check out these, and then like a little bit of like hip would slip, and you're like, mm-hmm.
I'm feeling it. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's what's up next because everything's cyclical.
Yeah.
we're in the
It's starting to
renaissance
come
of
there,
late
yeah.
Starting to-
90s stuff.
It's
Yep.
gonna go that way
It's
for
already
sure.
starting.
My outfit. I'm gonna go with junior year of high school
Mhm.
because I can just think of exactly what I want to wear. I want to wear the biggest, chunkiest etny shoes.
Oh my
Like
God, yes.
yeah, like those big fucking skate
Mm.
shoes.
With the wide fucking fat laces.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to wear those with a pair of gigantic pants. Just Jinko. But I always
Kickwear,
liked the Jinko it was like a more there was like a blue pair that I had. It was like a blue pair of cargo pants. And so it was that
not
cotton
denim,
fabric, not denim. I wasn't
but they were like wide cut, like the
Yeah,
raver
yeah.
style.
yeah, and like
Like
so
a-
like that or like black ones like that. Black just, wearing black. And then Hot Topic was just a thing. I actually had this, like I had a pretty good collection of t-shirts from Hot Topic because they had nostalgia shirts before those were in every store.
Mhm.
So I would get a Thundercats t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, so like a black Thundercats
Oh yeah,
t-shirt.
Hot Topic was real big with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So Thundercats t-shirt, big old black Jinkos, the big chunky etnies, and then just like a regular like black hoodie probably. And that would be like I'd feel and then my hair very spiked
Mm-hmm.
with blonde.
So you're ready to go to the crazy town Limp
Yeah,
Bizkit show,
right, yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I dressed for a good part of high school and how I would,
I mean,
how
you
I'd
could
feel
literally
badass.
You probably go to South Park Mall tomorrow and buy that exact fit.
Yeah.
2023.
I don't need to.
Would
I
you-
kind of want you
Or
to.
did
though.
did you ever have your hair colored?
Yes, many times.
What color did you do?
Okay, so I did a bunch.
Okay.
So that's like the one thing, like growing up Mormon, that my parents kind of let me get away with is like I'd bleach my hair and then just put other colors in it.
Mhm.
So like I did like white, like M&M white.
Yes.
Did that. Did just like real, bleach, let it grow out, get like the frosted tips kind of thing. I did like a chocolate brown, which you think you wouldn't notice, but it was like kind of brassy too. It
Mhm.
looked
Wasn't your
fucking
hair already brown?
yeah, but it was
brassy.
it
It was
was
like an orangey kind of
yeah.
brown.
It was a weird.
So you
look.
basically put like Just for Men in your hair at age 16.
I mean, basically, but it was. I just grabbed whatever the craziest color of L'Oreal I could find.
Yeah.
Because like every once in a while we get manic panic. So like I did like blue and green and then I did silver, like and that ended up being
Like Cisco.
Well, I wanted it to be like Cisco, but then it ended up just being like Benicio del Toro. Like it was like a really dark silver. It was like gunmetal gray, and I'll tell you what, that might have been my fucking favorite.
Yeah.
Gunmetal gray on that, like by accident, because I'm like I didn't mean it to look like this, but it looked like because it would basically change colors in whatever lighting you're in. Like if you're inside, you don't really notice it, but then you go outside and it'd like be reflecting the sun, and it'd be like, why is this 17-year-old kid have fucking Bill Clinton hair?
Baby Billy hair.
Yeah, baby Billy hair.
I never did Warp Tour colored hair, but I did experiment going back and forth with like platinum blonde and black.
Okay, but you also
Blonde and black. You went from blonde, and you're like, nope, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do box dye.
I did black too. I did black.
I did.
That's when I came out as punk.
Yeah. This guy's a freak. I went because every kid in 2001 and 2 dyed their, like every emo and punk kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Dyed their hair black, jet black.
Yes.
So then I think I did black for a minute, and then I went somehow to just white with a black streak.
Nice.
Like platinum white, which
That's
was
awesome.
the most
you were
expensive.
Like seen.
Yeah.
It was the most expensive hairstyle to keep for a dude that was making $12 an hour. And I was like, maintain that for maybe a year, and then I think it just went black to white, spy versus spy or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I did that.
But then you
did
also
that
had
for a while.
some dreadlocks, I believe.
Yeah. It was
What? You had
the ages
dreadlocks?
from age 18 to 24 was a great era of just experimentation and shifts look-wise. Because I tried dreadlocks, and even by white dude new metal standards, they were fucking awful. I mean, my dad was so happy when Father's Day came, and I go, hey, I get hand over scissors, I go, Happy Father's Day. I go, have at it, Dad, and he's like, he was so happy.
That is the best Father's Day.
Yeah, I've found a lot of ways to really not spend any actual money, but show my father how much I appreciate him with gifts.
Best way you could do that.
Love that.
When I didn't have any money and my buddy was learning how to tattoo, I just have him tattoo father on my calf.
Mhm.
Happy Father's Day.
There you go.
Can only do that
all right,
once.
now what
Right.
tattoo would you get if you're in middle school? You get to get a tattoo.
I'm so well. I didn't start really considering. I think it was in high school I really started thinking about how I want to get tattoos, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy I didn't get any of them because they
Right.
were the most new metal, overthought, shitty.
Yeah.
Just like
I probably would have ended up with fucking Goldberg shoulder tattoo.
I just overthought because I wanted so badly to be like an artistic thinker,
Yeah.
and then but I was also listening to like a lot of new metal,
Mhm.
so it was just the most overthought. Like I wanted to get like a rib cage tattooed on my arm for a long time, which
Okay.
doesn't. But it was also like tribal was in style, so I think I wanted it to be
Yeah.
like rendered in tribal. And I'm like looking back, I'm just like I'm amazed I only have half of an arm covered
Yeah.
with tribal stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what. If I think back to that, that was the one that kept coming to mind over and over again was the tribal.
It's so crazy how in the 90s, like getting tattoos was like still kind of looked at like that's wild that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Like seeing Dennis Rodman, Red Hot Chili Peppers, like the tattoos that they like.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, holy shit! Like when Travis Barker joined Blink, and you're like, he's got 1 billion tattoos. And you're like, what the? Like it was so nuts. And now some people have that, and they're like working at a pizza place.
Yeah,
And
like it's the most famous people in music have the shittiest face tattoos.
Yeah.
Like you have millions of dollars and you look like you fell asleep at a party.
Mm-hmm.
Or you fell asleep in prison and so you owed someone money.
How many people actually have like dicks tattooed across their face though? Because that would be the iconic.
Probably way more than you would think
Okay,
in the
alright.
world. I could
Okay.
tell you that.
What would you go with? What would be your middle school tattoo?
Honestly, this sounds so totally lame.
But that's what it is. That's
Yep.
what, like it should sound.
We don't
like.
want it to be cool.
Yeah, we don't want to be like.
I will
"Actually,
tell you
find
why
it."
this is lame though. So the tattoo that I would have had when I was in middle school was actually the tattoo that I got when I was 21,
Uh-huh.
and it's actually part of my family crest. Like, so my maiden name is Sergeant.
Mhm.
So like as growing up and in middle school, like elementary to like middle of middle school, guys would be like, they'd salute you. But then when you got into like the latter half of middle school into high school, and they'd be like, "Hey, Sergeant, I'm saluting you," and you're like, "Okay." And
Yeah.
they'd have their
yeah,
like, it's
boner,
like, okay,
yeah.
great, awesome.
Cool. That's the third year in a row I've been hearing that one.
That's
All
exactly
right.
it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Wait,
I
would
didn't
they
like it
actually
the first
pull it
time.
out, or would they just?
No, they
just
would
be like,
just like remove the trapper. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm showing you.
Yeah.
It's not as cool as
Yeah.
one would think ever.
No, I didn't think it'd be cool at all.
I'm so
but-
glad. Yeah, I looking back, like I'm so glad there was nothing cool in high school about me or what I was doing.
Oh, dude, I would. If I would have had just a little bit of self-awareness, I actually would have done like self-confidence. I just thought every girl thought I was like the worst, and then like every once in a while a girl would like me, and I'd be like, "This is incredible! I can't believe this." And now I'm like, oh, thinking back, like there was a lot of girls that liked me. There was one girl. This is after I was out of high school, but she was my sister's friend. But I was going to a sound engineering school at the time, and I'd come home. It was down in Athens, Ohio, and not Athens, Chillicothe. So I'd go down there for the week, and then I'd come home on the weekends. And this girl, like 6-8 weeks in a row, like every Saturday, she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna hang out with Beth tonight," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then my sister would fall asleep or go do something else, and this girl would just be like sitting next to me on the couch, and I'm like, "This is pretty awesome," but I never fucking made a move, and I'm so mad at myself.
I mean, yeah,
I could have got her pregnant.
you would have peaked in high school. And no one
I was
wants
out
that.
of high school. It would have been.
Oh,
I want to like, and I probably
then,
would have
yeah,
made
you
out
fucked
with
up.
her. I should have. Yeah, I fucked up a lot. I should have made out with her. I should have made out with her. I didn't even
was
fucking
so-
touch her.
I was so afraid of girls. The amount, well, relatively speaking, the amount of like sex or fooling around I could have had that I
Yeah.
just didn't realize.
Yeah.
That life don't work like that.
Nope.
Okay, so you did ask though what tattoo I had.
Okay.
So my tattoo is actually of my family crest. However, my family crest happens to be a prehistoric dolphin with angel wings.
What?
Okay.
Where is this on your body?
On my lower back.
Oh, you got the tramp
'Cause I was-
stamp. The
'cause I-
family.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's off centered. Okay.
Oh, okay.
A prehistoric dolphin
Uh-huh.
with wings.
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Oh, do you really want me to show you?
Yes.
After that description, I feel like, yeah.
I don't know what a
if you don't
prehistoric
mind.
dolphin looks like.
Let me see. Is it there?
Let's see.
There it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, that's
All right,
way
turn-
smaller than I thought it would
Turn
be.
this way a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me get the microphone out of the way. There we go.
Prehistoric dolphin.
Yeah. So it's literally the most cliche.
It's a
Tattoo.
spring break tattoo.
It really it would have been, except for I was 21 and not in spring.
But do you
break.
think if you got it when you were in middle school, it would have been a full-on tramp stamp,
Uh,
or do you think you would have kept it out to the side
I
still?
think I would have still been classy. and
That
kept
doesn't
it
look
off.
nearly as silly as I thought it was.
No, I
after
think that's
that-
actually
after
a
that,
decent-
after that build up. I was like waiting for it to be like this big.
Oh no!
Mhm.
I mean, I literally handed them like this little thing, and they could have blown it up,
Yeah.
but they chose not to. Like it was literally just, that piece, and I was like, okay. And it literally was probably 20 minutes of burning, and then I decided I was going to get a tattoo like this year,
Yeah.
and that was my second tattoo, and I realized that I haven't gotten a tattoo in 15 years.
If I were to
fine.
do a tattoo, and the new one's on the foot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
like
the
ankle.
yeah.
If I were to do a tattoo in middle school, I probably would have ended up with like a Harvey Danger tattoo or something. It'll probably say something like paranoia, everybody's coming to get me, some shit like that.
The tattoo artist would have loved to put that many words on you at once. Let me tell you,
it's not a child.
There's anything a tattoo artist loves, it's just paragraphs and just bodies.
Definitely
of text.
misspelled. It'd be misspelled. It'd be
Everybody. I mean, dude, the amount of misspelled tattoos I see is
astounding.
hilarious. And like Latin or like Japanese kanji that doesn't mean what it's supposed to. Like,
I have one of my husband's friends. He has a tattoo that he got when he was in his young 20s, and I think in Chinese or in Mandarin or one of the languages, it means to be like really quick and like be able to do things at a very fast pace and whatnot. And then he was somewhere and he actually had someone tell him that it means to be slow. I love it. Like on the spectrum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh.
It's okay to keep it English every once in a while.
Okay.
Well, that's why going like out of your native language is not a good idea.
No.
Like, or at least the language that you know. Like,
sometimes it's still not in the language that you do know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to get some more tattoos though. I just never think about it. And I mean,
the older you get, the more of an investment in time it becomes, and the more it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to have like more work done, but I made the wise decision at 41 years old to start my back piece.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not doing shit until I get some of that fucking added onto.
When we went swimming the other day, hot neighbor messaged me about you doing your cannonball, and she's like, how the fuck did I not know he's got his whole back tattooed? And I was like, I think it's kind of new.
Yeah, I mean,
and also, like, how often are you hanging out with him without a shirt?
Exactly, yeah. My girlfriend, so I have like basically a full back piece.
I mean, she took off her clothes. You can take off yours.
Yeah, it's what girlfriends and boyfriends do, so I'm told. And then
no, I'm talking about Annie just showed us her butt.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
It
so
was
like
my total butt.
I know it's the most butt we've ever had on the show.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah, considering Tommi, yeah. So, I got my back piece started on, which sucked, and then so the the artist, Tony DeRigo over at Chronic goes, well, what do you want to do with the butt? And I go, nothing. He goes, well, you said you wanted like a Japanese style back piece, right? I go, yeah. He goes, you're going to want to do the butt. And I was like, he goes, like, I'm not saying you have to add on to it, but you want to at least have it flow from your back, because he's like traditional Japanese. They do a whole bodysuit. You don't want to just stop at the waist. It doesn't make sense. I go, all right. Like,
so it's on the top of your butt?
Oh, gosh.
And it's not, like, it's only lined out.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll do my best to describe it. It's basically like a giant, like Hanya half mask skull thing, and then it has these tassels that hang down over the cheeks. And my ex-girlfriend, who was a tattoo artist at the time, after she saw it, swore it didn't look like two peni on my butt cheeks. Of course, Tony didn't. It's not. Yeah. My current girlfriend, who is a bit of a ball buster. When she was looking at it, she goes, oh my God, babe. And I go, what? She goes, those are totally dicks on your butt. I go, they're not going to look like that when they're colored in. And I threw in my underwear real quick, but yeah.
Wait, is it like the shaft and the
No,
mushroom?
it's not. It's just, you know how badminton, the birdie in badminton?
Yes.
It's basically that hanging from two ropes.
Oh.
I'll do my best to use the theater of mind. It's like,
just show us your butt, man.
Okay.
I don't want to do that because I've been hungover all day, and like I've been making a lot of runs to the bathroom.
All right,
and
fair enough. All right,
I don't want to shit myself.
Yeah, on the podcast.
Let alone show the cheeks. At any rate, they don't look like dicks unless you're my girlfriend and you just decide to point that out. But yeah, I didn't think. Long story short, I didn't think I'd be in my 40s and having my ass cheeks tattooed. But here we are.
That's
and maybe one day before I die, I'll actually get it finished. And no, with full respect to Tony DeRigo, they do not look like dicks. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy with
you gotta
the piece.
take your word for it. Hey, guys, you want to see a message I just got?
Yes.
I'm going to keep this very anonymous because this person is married.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone that said something, and they're gonna see me this week. I'm gonna keep the timeline vague, but they said also heads up. I'm kind of like half joking about this, laughing face, crying face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on birth control, and I'm allergic to latex. Like.
Kidding.
Yeah, like half joking,
Unless
but
I'm
like if we
not.
fuck, like you can't come in me.
You better be able to pull out really good, you know, in hypothetically speaking.
Or come with a lambskin condom.
I'm sure they're just like completely, throwing out there jokingly.
Well, they said kind of half joking.
I mean, when you put the cry laughing emoji, it clearly means wink, wink, you're joking.
Or LOL. Does LOL mean the same or no?
Yeah, LOL is also,
I don't know. I
just fucking rock the lammies, or just have all supreme
I've never
confidence in
actually
your pull-out game.
I never used a lambskin condom.
I mean, it's not. Listen, I don't want to be a scumbag. They all suck.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, am I gonna? Is that bold of me to say?
I feel like
is lambskin better than
like the standard latex?
Yeah,
I think so, but it's still at the end of the day.
Yeah, a condom.
I have no hairs in this game. Don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Have you ever?
I'm married, but no, I also have never.
You've never had condom sex?
I had condom sex, yes. Thank you, Pants. I have, yes. Thank you. No, I was saying I've never had lambskin.
I'm sorry. I was not. Look, I'm operating
Oh,
like
you guys are friends now.
Half capacity here. Yeah, I'm like, can I see your tattoo? Show us. You look
Show
great.
your butt. Don't wear condoms.
Well, I was like, maybe you got married, like, with your high school sweetheart. You just never.
No, actually.
Sorry, where were you going with this line of thought?
Okay, R.I.P. to my high school boyfriend. But no, he still had his foreskin. So.
Oh.
That added a little bit to the mix, if you will. But no, I never had the opportunity. Well, not even the opportunity. That's a bad word to use. Or is it? But
the need for it?
I never had the need to have somebody use lambskin condoms.
Right. I've never needed to use one, but apparently I should have one ready just in case. She's less than half joking, you know?
She might be totally joking.
I think she wants to fuck.
Did you say thank you for the heads up? LOL.
I'm just gonna send.
You should be
what
like, I'm not.
Head?
What?
I'm just gonna
say, what kind of head?
Is there a lamb emoji?
Yes.
You used to be like, I'm not ready to give my gift of virginity up as the Lord, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has not deemed it. We have to get married first. My joke was for a while, I was like, I'm saving myself for my second marriage. And then no one ever laughed at it, so I stopped saying it. As you can see, I've just crickets across the table, so
I'm good.
Retired that one.
That's probably a good idea. I mean, would anyone even believe you when you would say that? Like, does it?
I think part of I'm not like, look, not to defend my own joke. I think people really for a second were like, I don't know if he's like being serious right now. And I was like, who the fuck would?
I mean, there are those that get reborn in any age.
Born again virgins.
Right. So,
I feel like I lost my virginity again after I got out of my marriage and had to learn how to have sex again. There is that.
I can kind of. It was weird having sex with another person for the first time after I took a little while to like.
How long were you with Kendra?
7 years.
Yeah. I mean, I was off the market for 10 years.
Yeah, that's
faithfully.
Yeah, mostly faithfully.
That sounds really convincing.
Yeah, we
so
both did some dirtbag stuff. I just got it started.
Yeah, you shot the first strike across the bow.
That was a tough phone call when she's like, kind of figuring some things out, and she's like, "Have you had sex with other people since we've been?" And I was like, yeah, just like I was tired of lying, and so I just like came clean. And she's like, okay, I just appreciate you being honest finally. And I was like, you're welcome. And I was like, have you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay,
fair play.
Yeah, so
I guess.
Yeah,
I was like, when I finally had sex with somebody else after my marriage, like my divorce, I was like, maybe we should have cheated, because I was like, this is awful.
It's not like riding a bike.
This.
Yeah.
Not
really.
I mean, maybe I was always riding a tricycle. I don't fucking know, dude.
When you're always kind of doing the same thing with the same person.
No, that's not how that works, though.
That's how it works in a marriage that fails.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a familiarity with somebody. And there was also the thing where like I gained a ton of weight through the end of my marriage and like after my divorce, and like I was just depressed, and I was like, it was literally like losing virginity again, where it's like just super uncomfortable with being naked around anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is even worse than the first time I lost it. So like, happy to say we fucking got back on the horse. So I'm told.
I remember just I also like the sex that I was having up until the end of my marriage actually got kind of good. Like I wasn't drinking, and like I lost a bunch of weight before we split up. So like it was, and she did too. So like we both looked as good as we had since we got together. And we were both very interested in other people.
I was about to say you were preparing yourself to be back on the market.
Yeah,
so to speak.
but we were still like, we were sleeping in the same bed and we were both horny. So like, we were definitely both had other people in mind, but we were fucking killing it. Like it was like,
I think that's the best kind of dysfunctional I could think of.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And you like were you
it's
like
not sustainable though because it gets.
I mean, you guys were like amicable up until the end.
Yeah,
so
for the most part, there was definitely.
Well, no, I asked because like if you guys were
meltdowns.
also like kind of like just not. If you were like mad at each other, you're having like that angry.
sex.
No, it wasn't
sex
even
and
angry. It was
stuff.
just like it was like
you're
maintenance.
just doing this. Like,
Yeah.
This is my symbol for angry sex.
It was like maintenance at that point where we just like. It's like either we can
We'll
try
never do that
and
in the same way again.
like time out. Like, do you want to jack off or do you just want to, do you want me to leave you alone so you can take care of yourself? But it's just like we didn't really talk all day. We wouldn't really do anything, but then we'd get in bed and like without even saying anything, we'd have sex real quick and then go to sleep. And then we get up and walk and like it was fine.
You'd get up and like
We go on like
walk- go
really
on a
long
walk.
walks. Like we go on long
After
walks
sex.
in the morning when we wake up. Like
I was about to say like
yeah.
it's like man, I was thinking at night. I'm like I'm thinking sleep
Right,
usually
yeah.
after.
I don't want to put my clothes back on.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yeah.
Maybe a sip
I like
of water.
ooh.
You know.
I sleep in clothes.
Okay.
when I have my daughter in the room, I sleep in clothes.
That would make sense.
I
I like every once in a while I'll sleep. Once in a while I'll sleep without a shirt, but like I like sleeping in clothes. I just always have.
I'm just naked.
Yeah, I figured.
As a baby. Well, I don't know how babies sleep, but when babies
Usually
come into the
they're
world,
in,
they're
like,
naked.
Swaddled.
Yeah.
No,
Diapers.
I'm a naked guy.
Yeah.
Well, but I used to be, I don't naked guy.
Like even like when I was in my best shape, like I just always liked sleeping in clothes. I didn't know. I'm just my back gets real itchy, and it gets and especially because like sometimes I'll sleep on my stomach
Mhm.
with back exposed. Like it's not, and I get cold too. I'm so used to having a shirt on, I get fucking like real cold.
I have like this weird blanket that I hate, but since I spent like $300 on it, I refuse to replace it. It's like made by Uggs, and it, like the material doesn't breathe at all. So like you're just sweating under like this giant. It's made with Uggs material. So like in the middle of the summer when my air conditioner was broken, I would literally just be like cutting weight sleeping to be sweating so much.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Have you ever had the weighted blanket?
No.
Yeah, I had one of those, and
How'd it work?
It was all
If at all.
right. Like it was like it mostly just made you not want to get out of bed in the morning.
I mean, I don't
Like-
want to get out of bed in the morning anyways.
I know, and that just made it even that much harder. Not that I was like extra comfortable, I'm like, but it literally like takes that much more effort to get out of bed.
I got that was never any like I got like I'm a side sleeper, so one of my exes bought me like the pregnancy side sleeping pillow thing, and it's so complicated to get into position for it to work, and I was just like,
The C one or the S one?
I think it's an S.
Okay.
It looks basically like, remember the pillows that had the arms on them?
Oh no, I'm very much aware of
Yeah,
what
yeah,
a
it's-
pregnancy pillow looks like.
It's just like I was very thoughtfully. This is not working. Like it just ended up in my closet, and I just bought like extra pillows. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm currently battling a snoring issue that I have that I suppose I've always had.
When you're just getting
Sleeping
called
on
out
your
on it
side?
now.
Just sleeping in general.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess I'm a bit of a snorer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
wake myself up sometimes when like but it's more like if I'm falling asleep watching TV and I'm just like on my back, I'll do the. But like if I'm on my side, I don't really sleep unless I'm like.
I
Really
think if I'm
drunk.
drinking,
If I'm really drunk,
it
it's
becomes
That makes
like
sense.
freight trainish. But
Yeah.
I would hope. I mean, my girlfriend's been sleeping over a fair amount. but I don't
Even
think
when
it's
you
super
are on your
terrible.
side, do you snore?
I don't know.
You should have her
something bad's
Babe,
waiting for me at home.
stay up for
What
the
is
rest
it?
of the night and just
Yeah.
tell me what I
Yeah.
do.
Well, I mean, she throws the elbow into my ribs, but
no.
like I sleep like a
Aware of
fucking-
that. Yeah, I
a
do that
rock.
I love that you guys are like into like 10 years of relationship 3 months in.
Yeah,
like
that's the month.
a
Like,
month
it's-
in, yeah, whatever. But like it's been like you guys are, she's already at the point where she's just like, fucking shut up.
I mean, she's like very, so, like she's a sport about it.
I know but like I just think that's funny that she's
I
just
think she
is
tried
already-
pinching my nose one night too. I don't know if I'm making that up, but I know she. Yeah. It's nice. It's been a long time. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
no,
great.
it's very nice.
No.
Also, it's hard to find someone to put up with your snoring like that.
Yeah.
So.
Right. He snores, but the one time when we were first dating, which he doesn't really dream, but he had this dream that I smothered him in his sleep with my boobs. And so
I've
I
had
think
that
I don't
It's
think
not a
that
nightmare,
he,
I
I don't think he's had that dream sense or potentially even dreamed sense, but yeah, he definitely from time to time does get an elbow because he also snores.
Well, what was he like saying shit while he was having this dream? That
No, this is like, going back to like him sleeping at his place and me sleeping at mine. But he's like, I gotta tell you, I had this dream. And I was like, but is that a terrible way to go out?
No, that's a great way to go. That's how I want to die.
yeah, I don't. That's
Smothered
I
by
mean,
tits?
like
But at the same time, I understand. You want to live. If you want to live, you want to live.
yeah,
Right, but
no,
like if
that-
I'm 90 and that's like rather than like having like a doctor come in and shoot me up with like poison, just like no, just have a big titted nurse just
smother me with tits. I mean, yeah, if I can make it past 75,
Mhm.
just
Don't keep yourself or don't pad yourself till 75, because I personally know somebody who she padded herself till she was 75 and she's going on like 84, I think, and she had to like
women,
rethink her life.
the men in my family, the women in my family on both sides kind of hold it together way longer than the men,
Mhm.
and the men in my family. Now, mind you, like dudes up until the 2000s just drank brown liquor every morning and didn't drink water ever and smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
So like both my grandfathers, I think, passed in their 60s, and my grandmother made it to 93.
Hell yeah for her. That's awesome.
Yeah, like the women in my family stick around. So it's like, but you guys also like, like she still had her faculties about her and stuff. So, but just knowing what I know about my family history, I'm like, yeah, man, once we get over 75, if like shit starts to slip,
Yeah.
I don't want to rot away in a fucking nursing home.
My grandma is 93, I believe, and
Good for her. That's
she
awesome.
she just broke her hip, and like so now she's kind of like she's healing from it. Okay, like,
That's
she's
amazing.
fucking tough as shit, but
Yeah.
like they're just at a point where they're like, oh, we just got to keep her in a hospital or in a home at this point because otherwise she
Was she
it's
on
gonna
her
happen
own
again.
until then?
She was living with my uncle,
Okay.
and he would help her out and stuff like that. But
No,
she-
once they start falling,
Yeah.
and once their bodies really start to,
yeah.
you can't. Someone's got to be watching them 24 hours a day.
Yep.
Yeah, I would write in the will whoever would just come to my room and just, if I'm still with Kayla, God willing, I'm just like, here's the will. Just do it. Put them on me. Let's fucking end it.
Death by Tits sounds
Baby.
amazing.
That also sounds like a title cover or a song.
Like an
Title.
album cover. Or
Yeah.
I would listen to that song. Death
I
by
mean, yeah.
Tits.
Also,
that's like the B-side to Crazy Town.
Jack
Or a
Kevorkian was
butterfly.
really onto something. We should be allowed to. We should be allowed to dictate how we exit this world.
Yeah.
It's our bodies. So yeah, I think sounds good to me. This got weird.
All right. Yeah.
Er.
All right. That's it for this week's episode of the
Yeah,
Bill
that sounds like
Squire
put a pin in
Show.
it.
I mean, we're at an hour anyway, so we did what we got to do.
Yeah. This was fun.
At Annie, anything you want to plug? You want to tell people where to find you on socials?
I am Annie Robeson on all of my socials, and you can come find me at the Regal Beagle.
Yeah, have her cut your hair. She does a good job. The best.
Very nice.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, watch my specials, go see me live. Got some big stuff coming up that I'm announcing in September. And then Pants, Old 86 Bar.
Old 86 Bar on Instagram. Okay Pants on all my socials. And yeah.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.